Hello there again, beautiful people. Welcome to Within Wednesdays. Yep, still within my pajamas. Because, this is my day for just me, not doing nothing. Don't have a kid homesick, so one can just rest. I've been able to get sleep. I've been in the fatigue phase of moon cycle. It's the ovulations time. It always feels already uncomfortable in my body pretty much every day. So this is just where it just adds more to it. So I've been practicing and learning to listen to my body and taking care of my body and working with my body instead of pushing my body to work for me. So, and then it's there for me even more, really. When I work with it, then it's there for me. Does that make sense? As I work with it, I give it the rest that it needs. I've learned to place down those boundaries and saying no to energy, that even if somebody thinks that it's simple, some things aren't so simple to me. And I've learned to accept that. And there's nothing wrong with me in that, right? It's that balance. And in these times when my physical energy is low and I'm tired, those are the times I'm more susceptible to triggers. And I'm probably not the only one, right? That is more susceptible. We're tired, hungry. There's just certain, those primal, those, basic emotions that we all have, and that has an effect on us all. And then I'm more susceptible to the triggers. My environment, triggers with my children, like, oh my goodness, they're doing this behavior that reminds me of that behavior that really hurt me, whatever that is, right? But they're kids learning what they live. They've seen a lot of their mom struggling, which I really try not to feel guilty for, because I'm a human being. And my children have seen my human side, right? And that's what I tell them. That, there's not really a place for me to go, so I don't like you seeing everything that you're seeing, but you see that I'm a human. That I have these feelings. That a lot has happened in my 43 years. That now is, it has built up. It is built up on me, and I need to release that in healthy ways, like we all do, right? So I held on to it so long because I don't want to hurt anybody else, right? And I've had experiences in my life where I say, oh, okay, I know you didn't mean to, but what you did just hurt my feelings, or what you said hurt my feelings. If I try to bring that up to somebody, and I don't make a big deal of it right there. I've been one to, like, okay, I'll tell you off to the side, because I can understand how sometimes we don't realize something we've said has hurt somebody's feelings, right? We don't know who's sensitive or not. Yeah, something just came to me today, too. Are we responsible to hold all those delicate, sensitive little people? We're all powerful, infinite beings. But I used to look at it in the way, because that's happened to me. I'd say, you said something that hurt my feelings, or what you did hurt my feelings. And I would get a reaction. Well, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. That just hurt my feelings. You just hurt my feelings telling me I hurt your feelings. And then I would go, oh no, I didn't want to hurt you. That wasn't the intent. I just didn't want to be hurt by you, right? And I just wanted to bring it to your attention because I realized maybe you didn't know. And in that, it got me to keep, there's a twitching, got me to keep those things to myself, like I was talking, well, it wasn't me, the first one that said the analogy of the beach ball. That didn't originate here, right? Stuff comes through me, it's not from me, right? But my experiences help me to view it in a certain light, right? So That's where that beach ball for me was stuffing down. Anytime my feelings got hurt, well, if I tell them they hurt my feelings and they didn't mean to, that might hurt their feelings. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Oh my goodness. Right? It's like us, the whole world, tiptoeing and walking on eggshells. Okay? Spiritual beings are powerful beings, okay? Physical bodies, not as powerful as spirit, but still powerful beings here. We are all responsible for our own self and our own triggers, or whatever they are. And we can go looking for blame and saying somebody just did something that hit my trigger, and blame them instead of going, wow, that person just did something that hit a trigger in me. I need to look at that trigger so that I don't give power to anybody else to hit that trigger, right? I need to keep something over that trigger, or what's that called? Diffusing that trigger, right? Having those triggers is giving others power over us. Right? We need to be in control of those triggers. And if something is, then we can be in control of the way we respond or react to those triggers. Right? Instead of reacting, maybe we can respond and go, oh, this isn't about what you did at all. This triggered something from my past, or what you did just reminded me of this. Then maybe I haven't healed. Maybe there's a little more that I need to release here. So it's being, and not to feel guilty or shame. We are humans. Okay, we are being human. That comes with all these beautiful, slappy, ugly, whatever you want to name it, emotions. And really, they're all beautiful because they help us discover who we really are inside. That we are part of that divine source. We are powerful beings. And in our cards today, it was laughing. So then laughing at ourselves. When we get caught up in this humanness, in this earth body, thinking that we are just victims of anyway, right? Victims of circumstance. That we have no control over anything, right? I mean, really, we don't. Do we? Or do we? We're free will, right? Free will beings. We make decisions for ourselves, or the decisions being made for us. But if we're all one divine being in the original source, how is a decision being made for us if we are part of that divine source making those decisions as well? Oh man, we can go deep, 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 deep. But that's for you to go deep inside yourself, right? Because the answers are in you. The truth is in you. It's in me, it's in you, it's in everything. The source. Divine being you are. We're here to learn. We're here to love. And as we love ourselves, and we heal ourselves, and we get more in touch with our own inner peace and our own divinity, we're helping the world to do that as well. It begins within. So you have a wonderful, blessed day. I'm going to go hop on to watch some Deborah Silverman, who is doing diffuse boredom or something. I shared it on the Facebook there anyway. I like those kinds of things. Astrology. Wow, there's a lot of scientific backing. It does have an effect on us, of course, right? Planets have the effect on the Earth, so why wouldn't it have an effect on these little Earth bodies, right? So look at the astrology. I would highly recommend that to find more about yourself, discovering who you are, because that's our purpose here, to expand ourselves. Expand ourselves, and as we expand ourselves, we expand all. And that's what I believe to be the truth, right? Oh, following divine guidance. Okay, I've been following this a lot. And you know what? I avoided this because it does have some religious tones, but it is not a religion. Okay, this book came out in 75. Oh, my hands are all sweaty. But I'm loving it. But I've been drawn to this star a lot. It's in my cards, my morning star spread. It's in the record keeper card with the whale. So it says something to me. Follow your signs. I also joined on to a little workshop called Teaching the Teachers with Marianne Williamson, who has really helped bring the word out of this book. You know, you see, it doesn't even show the authors. So it's not saying this is it's not something to replace, and then it speaks of Jesus in there too. So I know when I was first, this was brought to my attention. I can't remember, but I remember looking at it going, that's just too religious. It was the same with the Conversations with God by Neale Donald Walsch. I thought, that's too religious. I'm not reading it. You use God too much. Until I decided what God meant for me. Great oneness divine. Not a man on the hill. So I am liking this the more I'm learning about it. So I learned how I limited myself because I made prejudgments instead of just reading it. I opened up to the conversations with God and communion with God and all that when I'd found the book Friendship with God. This was when my 14 is going to be 15 next month. When he was just born, I found that and I saw this pencil sketch of Neale Donald Walsch at the back. So I thought, he looks like a very kind man. And I just love the edges of the books. That's my thing, books. Anyways, that book sat on the shelf for 2 years because I'd had the shelf turned around so Liam couldn't get at it. But when I turned it around, that book, I was like, oh yes. And I read that book in like 2 or 3 days. It was amazing. It was like I couldn't put it down. You know, a question would come up. So I would pause for a minute. I'd look away from the book and think about it. And then I'd read the book and go, oh my God, that's just what came into my head as I was thinking about it or as I was asking in my own head. Or it would be, you know, that would be the next question. It would stimulate the question and Neale would ask that question. So it was, it opened up. So how about that? Within Wednesdays, looking within you. How have you prejudged something and put it aside only to come back to it later and go, whoa, right? Divine timing, not our timing. You know, I wasn't ready for that friendship with God. I already had my own friendship with God before that. But to accept that whenever I hear the term God, doesn't make me go, eee, right? Who else? Eee, right? Anyways, yeah, check that out. Yeah, still swinging, fatigue. And you know what? I feel like I got some answers for myself within, and that, yeah, that helps. Find your answers within. Find your silence. Connect with you, your divine being, your fully, wholly beautiful self. Miigwech. Much love and big heart hugs. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for being you in everything you do. Peace.